In today's class, we're just recapping our previous class and we are continuing with the problems. Okay, the first topic is frequency and time period. Already we know that frequency is nothing but number of cycles per second, and time period is nothing but how much time is required to complete one complete cycle. Okay, one complete cycle, which is having complete cycle is nothing but your positive and negative peaks. Okay, and to represent the basic reference waveform, reference waveform, we are considering V sin omega t. Here Vm is the peak value and omega t is the angle. Okay, omega t is the time axis angle. If your waveform is in delaying or advancing, that means lagging or leading, we are represented with this phase difference with reference to your reference wave. In your problem, whatever the reference they mention, if they mention any other waveform other than 0, we are considering that one also. Okay, we are seeing the upcoming problems, that one. And whereas coming to the remaining parameters, instantaneous value, at a particular instant, even though it is a continuous signal, at particular instant there will be only one value. At particular instant you have one value. What is that value at that instant? What is the value at that instant? We give it in terms of instantaneous value. And whereas coming for your average value, average value of equally magnitude. Here I am talking about the symmetrical waveform. If I am take the average of positive value and negative value, it will be equals to the 0. For that reason, whatever this average value is there, we are talking in terms of the half cycle itself. Whatever this average value is there, we are talking in terms of half wave. So how much area covered in this half cycle? In this half cycle, divided by the how much distance it is covered, that we represented to calculate your average value. That's why I'm giving this here 1 by t. Here 1 by t represents for half cycle. Half cycle time period only, not for the complete time period. To the 0 to 2 v of t. Whatever the waveform structure that we given in terms of v of t dt. Okay. For a sine wave, it will be 0.637 peak value. Okay. Whereas coming to your another parameter, RMS value. Once again, I want to repeat here. If I am considering any DC source, connected across a resistor, through this resistor, some heat energy will be developed. Is developed. Okay. For this same resistor, if I am connected any AC source to generate the same amount of heat energy, at the same time. If I am applying this 5 volts of DC source across 5 ohms of resistor, for 5 seconds, I'm assuming here I'm just saying the arbitrary values, assuming that 5 joules of energy is developed. For the same thing, here I didn't mention what is the AC value here. Across this same 5 ohms of resistor, again 5 seconds, and to dissipate 5 joules of energy, how much AC voltage is required? That AC voltage is called RMS voltage. That AC voltage, we call it as RMS voltage. Here this RMS voltage is given for the entire full cycle, because to dissipate the heat energy, both positive and negative waveforms are responsible to generate this heat energy. That's why here this RMS value we are considering for the entire full cycle. And similar to this one, your peak value will be equals to 0.707. Again, peak factor, it is easy to remember. Peak value by RMS value, form factor, RMS by average. Okay. And again, these pure resistors will be aligned to each other. Your voltage and current will be aligned to each other. For inductor, current will be lags to your voltage. Here I am taking the reference of voltage. Here I am taking the reference of voltage. Current is lagging. For the capacitor, you may say that voltage lags the current, or current leads the voltage. Anything will be same. Okay. So we will start the problems. So the basic problems, I try to cover almost maximum number of problems. Okay, if you have any doubt, please mention below. So I just want to be somewhat faster. Okay, here I'm just considering a sine wave. If you observe here, the time period of wave, simply I can say that how much time required to complete one complete positive and negative cycle. To complete one positive and negative cycle, I require 2 seconds of the time. So the time period of the sine wave is 2 seconds. Similar fashion, the time period of sine wave is 20 milliseconds. Here to come for the same thing, I'm just written. For completing this one cycle, it requires 20 milliseconds. What is the frequency? We already know that the relation between your frequency and time period is inversely proportional. So 20 milliseconds. So 10 power 3, if it is in denominator, milli, if it is in denominator, if it goes, it will be the kilohertz. And if I solve this one, 50 hertz. And similar fashion, the same problem, just only the numerical value will be differs. If the frequency is 30 hertz, if I solve this one, it will be 33.3 seconds. Just observe this problem, previously what we discussed. Here we are having two sine waveforms. This is one picture and this is another picture. We are having two sine waveforms and it will be and differ by some angle. Here they want to calculate what is the phase difference between here. Okay, if you observe this one, the sine wave A is starting from 0, but the sine wave B is starting from 45 degrees. From this I can conclude the voltage difference, the phase difference between your A and B is 45 degrees. That is sure. The phase difference between A and B is 45 degrees, but we can distinguish which is leading or which is the lagging one. So for that reason, comparing to the B, A is leaded by 45 degrees comparing to B, because here I am considering this one as comparative point. I'm considering this one as 0. Compared to my 0 point, A point will leads by 45 degrees. Otherwise, if I can consider the A waveform as an reference point, B is lagging by 45 degrees. Okay, I think you may understand this one. And this one, here one waveform is with the reference axis 0 degrees, but here both will be differed. One is at 0 crossover at 90 degrees negative, and one waveform 0 crossover at is 30 degrees. Okay, they want to find out what is the phase angle difference between these two waveforms. Okay, totally we know that there is a phase angle difference. Phase difference is around 120 degrees. Okay, we know that the phase difference will be the 120 degrees, because here 90 and 30, that means totally 120 degrees is there. Okay, from this, compared to the B, A waveform is leading by 120 degrees. Compared to A, B waveform is lagging by 120 degrees. If the same question, if they ask what is the phase angle with reference to the axis, A waveform is leading by 90 degrees and B waveform is lagging by 30 degrees. So it is also 1B point, because no need to ask every time what is the reference reference with respect to the two waveforms. They may ask with reference to the axis also. That is also point. So try to remember. Here this is the one more problem. Here they just mention what is the instantaneous value at the value of pi by 2. Here just they given the two waveforms and they want to find out what is the instantaneous value at 90 degrees. Okay, so these two waveforms instantaneous value at pi by 2. So already we know that the maximum peak of A value is 10 volts and maximum peak of B waveform is 5 volts. If I want to write this waveform, and by a picture itself I can know that there will be a phase difference of pi by 4. Okay, so A waveform is the reference axis. So peak value and sinusoidal waveform, there is no phase difference for the sine A, but for the sine B it is having some phase difference. That means it is the lagging minus pi by 4 at instantaneous value. That means I want the value at pi by 2. I want the value at pi by 2. That's why at the value of omega t, I'm placing pi by 2. I got the instantaneous value. Similarly fashion at omega 2 in the B waveform, I just place, I got this value. Okay, so this is coming for the average value. Coming to this average value, here I just want to find out, here in the problem itself they mentioned the waveform is a cos waveform. So okay, so this is the waveform they given. For this waveform, they want to calculate what is the maximum average value. So already I stated that average value is calculated for half cycle. You may consider either it is in positive waveform, positive cycle or negative cycle, whatever the thing, but we want to find out what is the average value. Okay, only for half cycle. Either there is no compulsion to take only the positive cycle or negative cycle. You may consider anything of the value. Okay, so here I am considering the negative waveform, negative cycle. So negative cycle is from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. So anyhow, whatever the angles mentioned here, the total distance is pi itself. So it is 1 by pi, and V omega, peak value and cos omega t. Okay, if I perform this integration, I get the value of 0.637 omega t. 0.637 peak value. And again here they want to calculate what is the RMS value and total resultant current here. If I have any waveform, if I am having any waveform with DC quantity and AC quantity, here you just observe this. The waveform, the wire is carrying the 20 amperes of DC current, at the same time 20 amperes of AC current. That means the waveform, whatever this voltage is there, sorry, it is the current. Okay, it is the current. Okay, it is the current which is carrying the 20 amperes of DC and 20 amperes of AC waveform. So the representation of the waveform will be in 20 plus 20 sin omega t. Okay, to calculate this RMS value, it must be the square of your DC value plus square of your AC waveform divided by 2, because this value will be belonging to your AC and positive and negative, so it will be divided by 2 whole square. So if I am calculating this is my value. And if I am already discussed previously, if I know the time period, I can calculate the frequency. If I know the frequency, I can calculate the time period. That will be the easy one. Okay, so next one, this is the problem where if I know the peak value, okay, if I know the peak value, how to calculate this RMS value, average value and peak to peak value. Just remember here, if we mention this sine wave, then only we are going to apply this 0.707 or 0.637. until unless he doesn't mention whether it is sine wave or triangle wave and square wave, we can't apply this one. And one more point, in previous video I just mentioned this one as an triangular waveform. Sorry, this is in a square tooth waveform, and this is the triangular waveform. Okay, this is the triangular waveform. Okay, so for the RMS value, we already derived previously, so it is 0.7, and I calculated these values. In a similar fashion, they ask this crest factor and form factor. Crest factor, peak factor, all comes under the same condition. So peak value by RMS value and form factor RMS by average value. So these all the things are very simple, easy to calculate. Okay. Okay, here one more point. Here just they mention one AC circuit with an capacitor. Instead of capacitor, they may place the inductor or whatever the thing. Okay, if they place this one, what is the value of your RMS current? Okay, whatever the voltage we are sending, RMS voltage, the same current will be flows in your circuit. Okay, to calculate your RMS current, we must use the RMS voltage. Okay, they just mention simply what is the capacitor value, what is the capacitor value. So we require the reactive capacitance. So we are calculating this reactive capacitance value, and already we know that V is equal to IR, or V is equal to IZ. Okay, here Z will be your capacitor reactance. So by providing this one, and similar fashion, the same value we are calculating with inductor also. So we calculating the inductive reactance and find out what is the RMS current here. Okay. In similar fashion, we are going to calculate what is the RMS average current for given circuit also. Here the only thing is whether they mention this sinusoid. Until unless if he didn't mention whether it is sinusoidal or whatever the thing, we are unable to solve. And these are the main problems which is useful even in your power electronics subject also, because there we are required to calculate what is your diode current or diode flywheel current. All those things we need to calculate by this. If you understand this one clearly, it is easy to us. So this is the waveform. So by this we can say that this is an output of a half wave rectifier. This is an output of a half wave rectifier. That means we had only the half wave, 0 to pi. It is having some sinusoidal output. From pi to 2 pi we didn't have any output. Okay, so it is 0. We require to calculate what is the form factor here. So to calculate the form factor, we need this RMS value and average value. So to calculate this one, I already stated that to calculate your form factor, we need this. So average value is nothing but total value, total area of the curve, divided by distance of the curve. Total area of the curve divided by distance of the curve. Okay. Here you may ask one question. Previously you said only half cycle. Why you are considering this one? All the things. So I just want to give some clarity here. If I am considering, here a repetitive waveform, symmetrical waveform. This one, a symmetrical waveform, phi, and this one is minus phi. If I am considering like this, okay, I am having the positive and negative, both the values I have. If I take the average of these two, the value will be equals to 0. Okay, instead of this, if I am having only positive value, the negative value is 0. Again it is having positive. So here the cycle is starting from here up to here the complete cycle is there, but in the negative axis the portion will be 0. If I'm take the average value, this negative portion will not be affect that much, it will not be interpreted that much of the value, but the total area of the curve will be here also, it will covers. Even the value is 0, the area of the curve will comes under here also. Okay, in the similar fashion, if I'm having this negative also, okay, this one and this one, okay, so here also if I'm take the average of this one, but the total curve will be up to here itself, it will be there. Okay, okay, area will be this much only, the above parameter whatever this area, under this the area is 0. Even you considering or not considering, there is not much difference, but the total distance will be entire thing. Okay, here we say for complete cycle, that's only the point I want to stress here. Okay, so for that reason, the total area, the total distance I'm considering 1 by 2 pi to 0 to pi. The values you are getting your sine waveform v omega sine vm sine omega t d omega t, and whereas coming for the next half cycle it will be 0. Either you may consider or not consider, it not differs that much. Okay, so if I'm calculating this one, this is the average value I got. Previously if you calculated that one average value, you getting 0.637. Why that why there 0.637? Because it will includes, okay, the distance will be reduced, because only you considering half cycle, there you considering the area for half cycle, but here the total distances differs, so that's why it is different. Similar fashion, you are going to calculate what is the RMS value. Okay, RMS value we calculating for the complete cycle 1 by 2 pi, but anyhow this negative cycle, negative term is there na, it will be 0, so there is no integration part here. After calculating entire thing, I am getting this form factor. For time being, we just go quickly go with the triangular waveform also. So triangular waveform, time period is up to t you are having. Okay, so try to calculate this one, because this is y is equal to mx in the format y is equal to mx. Okay, it is linear motion, so the waveform will be vmt. Okay, so vm by t. Okay, so this is the vm by t, the slope value. Okay, slope is nothing but y by x na, so y value is nothing but vm, and your x value is nothing but t. Okay, that is your m, and x is nothing but your time axis, so vm by t into t dt. So I'm just removing this vm into outside, and small t by capital T dt. Okay, so if I'm do this integration, because I'm integrating for small t itself, I didn't integrating for the capital T, so t square by 2, after calculating I am getting this average value and RMS value. Okay, similar fashion, if I go with full wave rectifier, if I go with this full wave rectifier, again I perform for the half cycle, complete cycle 1 by pi 0 to pi. Okay, and here for RMS value also, this is the complete cycle, because after hearing itself it is repeating, so up to where you are getting the repetition, that will comes under the complete cycle. There is no need of compulsion of every time you need to have this positive and negative, all those things. Where you are getting this repetitive nature, that we call it as a cycle. So this is the first one, and this is the second one, so we call this cycle 1, cycle 2. Okay, this is the fashion here. Just observe this, instead of starting from 0, the waveform is starting from 60 degrees and ended at pi. Okay, that means if you're belonging to a third year or final year students, you may come understand this one where this thyristor is switched on, I mean firing. So at 60 degrees your thyristor is switched on and it starts working and ended at 180 degrees. So to calculate your average and RMS values, the complete cycle is up to pi, but the lower limit is starting at 60 degrees and up to at your pi. Okay, and your waveform is 10 sine omega t dt. Again we are calculating all the parameters, okay, whatever this average, but only the time limits will be differs. Okay, so these the time this type of calculations, all those things are important. Okay, similar function for this square waveform also, the complete cycle will be up to 0.03 second, 0.03, but for half cycle only you having the value, for the rest of them the value is 0. So similar fashion we are calculating. Okay, and these are the things. And for objective also, the objective also very easy. So here they are asking which is the faster one, so which is having the less time period, we call that one is the fastest one. And cycles, so by giving the number of cycles, by calculating the number of cycles for 10 seconds, how many cycles will pass on, we can calculate that one. And I know this peak value and they want this peak to peak value, so double of it. And here they mention this sine wave, so they want to calculate this RMS value, so directly they can calculate it. For average values for full wave, he asking for the full cycle, it will be 0, that is directly 1. And similar fashion it is also, I mean this is the point, he is giving the 0 at 0 instant, I mean at 0 crossover at 0 degrees, and its RMS value is 20 volts. He want to calculate instantaneous value at 145 degrees. Okay, so as he mentioned it is sine wave and RMS value, I want to calculate what is the maximum peak value here. From this peak value I am writing the sine wave, Vm sine omega t, and omega t is the very instant I want to calculate the value of V, so I can calculate it directly. Okay, and similar fashion this is the RMS current he mentioned and he wants the RMS voltage, so RMS current and RMS voltage directly you can get this thing. Okay, this is the way how you are going to calculate the things. And already I just mentioned you are having the DC and AC, and simply we can calculate what is the effective RMS voltages. Okay, so by this I want to conclude the session. In the next section we start the next chapter. Thank you.